Welcome to Bowling Showcase, the only show to bring you everything bowling from the bowling capital of the world, Metro Detroit. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and I'm happy that you've taken time out of your very busy schedule to join us for this week's episode. And what an episode it is. Today we'll bring you the exciting final match of this season's first tournament, the MDUSBC Queens. That's right, the entire final match from this year's prestigious event. We continue bringing you the best competition on Bowling Showcase, and I hope you stay with us all the way through the final frames. Before we get to that, let me tell you about some MDUSBC news that you may have missed. Bailey Gibson and Jacob Johnson won the MDUSBC Women's and Men's Series Mixed Baker Doubles at Thunderbowl Lanes with a 422-396 two-game win over Sakethia Walters-Wright and Anthony Wright. The Gibson-Johnson team won $1,000 for their win, while the Walters-Wright and Wright team took home $500. The Gibson-Johnson team qualified second in the field of 47 teams. They advanced to the finals with wins over Akira Turner and Dion Tipton, and Sarah Littoral and Ronnie Sparks Jr. The Walters-Wright and Wright team qualified fifth. They made it to the finals with victories over Pam Wilson and Mike McCleskey, and Madeline Harden and Carl Harden. The MDUSBC Women's and Men's Series season kicks off in earnest on November 12th at Super Bowl in Canton. Congratulations to our Mixed Baker Doubles champions, Bailey Gibson and Jacob Johnson. Now hopefully you've been getting out and hitting the lanes on a regular basis, either by joining a league or just getting together with friends and family and enjoying a bit of fun. Remember, we are the bowling capital of the world, and your local bowling center would love to welcome you all back inside as the weather gets a little bit colder. So get out there and support the sport we love. And for those of you with a more competitive streak, why not join in on some of our upcoming tournaments and bowl against the best? Five Star Lanes in Sterling Heights will proudly host the best women bowlers in Michigan with the Michigan State USBC Queens on November 4th and 5th. The entry fee is $125 and all of it goes into the prize fund. $2,000 is the first prize based on 50 entries. Come out, ladies, and test your skills against the best Michigan has to offer. The MDUSBC Masters will take place on the weekend of November 4th and 5th at Woodhaven Bowlerama in Woodhaven. Andre Gonzalez is the defending champion in this premier event. The cost is $170 with all of the entry fees returned as prizes. First prize is $2,500 based on 102 entries. Bring your A game to Woodhaven Bowlerama and compete against the best MDUSBC has to offer. The MDUSBC Youth Championship has a run of 5 Sundays starting November 5th. This always fun-filled event allows our youth members to enjoy tournament competition. The entry fee is only $20 per person per event, with scholarship points up for grabs. Each member participating will receive Smart Scholarship points just for participating. The Youth Championship will be held at Century Bowl in Waterford. Why not get your kids out of the house, be active, and try their hand at winning scholarship points? The MDUSBC Women's and Men's Series kicks off on November 12th at Super Bowl in Canton. This is the first of 5 scratch events designed for bowlers to cut their teeth on keen competition. Samantha Rhodes was last year's Cup champion for the women and Anthony Wright for the men. This will be followed with a second event to be held on December 10th at Westland Bowl in Westland. The Michigan State USBC Senior Masters is November 18th and 19th at Plaza Lanes in Plymouth. For only a $120 entry fee, with all of it going into the prize fund, how can you not participate? If you're 50 and over, you qualify to see how you measure up against others in your age group. The Tom McKay Memorial Pro-Am Invitational Doubles will take place on Saturday, December 2nd at Sterling Lanes in Sterling Heights. This annual event raises funds for the Karmanos Cancer Institute and the International Bowling Hall of Fame and Museum. Since 1990, this event has raised over $320,000 for the causes. The MDUSBC 500 Club is Sunday, December 3rd at Plaza Lanes in Plymouth. Women who have bowled a 500 series in their lifetime are eligible for this day of fun and handicap competition. The cost, only $27. The cash payout happens at the end of the day for those who end up in the top places. This is always a great time and will be even better when you join in the fun. Call the MDUSBC office at 248-443-2695, extension 105 for more information, or visit us at mdusbc.com. Time for a little break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our coverage of the 2023 MDUSBC Queen's final match, coming up next on Bowling Showcase.
When you need your lawsuit won and done, call 1-800-LAWYERS. Auto injuries, slip and fall, Social Security disability. Call 1-800-LAWYERS. Zamler, Schiffman, and Karfus. Don't let your case go in the gutter.
The Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth bowlers in Michigan. Tournaments include Open, Women's, and Youth Championships. Also Youth Masters, Queens, Masters, and Senior Masters. Recognition includes first-time 300 games and 800 series for all members and 600 and 700 club memberships for women. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC. Metro Detroit USBC, your source for everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world. We are the largest affiliate of the United States Bowling Congress with over 30,000 members of all ages. We support USBC Certified League competition and organize USBC Certified Tournament competition. We provide 18 tournaments for all members of our association, including men, women, youth, seniors, scratch, and handicap competition. The top reasons for belonging to the Metro Detroit USBC are having your average recognized, bonding of league funds, rules of the game, assistance in resolving league issues, equipment standards of the game, charities, and awards. Visit us at mdusbc.com.
1-800-LAWYERS is Michigan's premier auto injury law firm. They have helped thousands of people and won millions of dollars for clients, period. The attorneys at 1-800-LAWYERS are in it to win it. Call the law office of Zamler, Schiffman, and Karfus.
Welcome back. It's time to grab your favorite beverage and snack, sit back, and settle in for our main event, the final match of the 2023 MDUSBC Queens Tournament between Shannon Rowe and Kristen Truskowski, now on Bowling Showcase.
Well, here we are at the final match of the Metro Detroit Bowling Association Queens Tournament for 2023. Our final match will be between Shannon Rowe, affectionately known as Shorty. She'll be starting on the left. She'll be throwing the first ball, versus Kristen Truskowski. And she'll be starting on the right. The format's going to be person on the left throws one, and the person on the right throws two, and then they alternate their way. And Shannon Rowe, Shorty starts out with the strike. In the semifinal match, she did get a couple of lucky strikes, but we won't talk about that. Kristen's up on the right. She makes her delivery, it looks good, and Kristen starts out with a strike. Big surprise, after one frame, we're even. And she's looking. Oh, just slid past the head pin. She gets 7 on her first count. And that is not a split because the head pin is still standing. But a makeable split, or a makeable spare because the head pin's up there. And I have to correct myself. She didn't get 7, she got 6. There's a pin hidden in the back. Giving it a ride. Oh, and she gets 2. Giving her 18 in the first and 26 in the second frame. Now, I know everybody calls Shannon Shorty. I always used to call her Mighty Mike because she's probably the shortest person amongst the women. And boy, can she roll a bowling ball. It looks pretty good. Ah, there's that wonderful 10 pin that everybody loves. Going for a spare, makes it with ease. So Shannon actually has the lead after a couple of frames, but a long way to go. And Shannon slid past the head pin. Got 6 on her first count. Gives her 36 in the second. She's got a 10-pin lead as of right now. We're sitting here in the arena of Thunderbowl. Beautiful facility. And she converts, makes the spare. I told them to turn on the big TV screen up in front so I could watch the football game while I'm watching bowling, but they wouldn't do that. Kristen up in the third frame. It looks decent. Oh, coming up a little high. Gets 8 on her first ball. In qualifying, Kristen wound up 8th overall, plus 78 after 6 games of qualifying. Shannon actually wound up 11th in qualifying with a plus 29. Kristen's going for her spare. Don't chop. Oh, I could see that coming. Total of 9. Gives her 35 in the third. It's still early. A lot of things can happen. Kristen's up in the fourth. Nice strike. Well, you got to start striking sooner or later since you've already got 2 opens. Shannon is a past champion. She did win this tournament. Okay, I'm getting old. I can't remember how many years ago, but she has won the MDUSBC Queens in the past. So she's going for a second title. Nice release. And 7-pin. So after 3 frames, Shannon now has a 20-pin lead. Although Kristen has a strike up in the 4th, so she could make up some ground if she can throw a couple more strikes. Shannon going for her spare, and she makes it easily. Shannon's on the approach, 5th frame. Nice release right there. Nice strike. All 10. That gives her a 75 in the 4th frame, with the strike up in the 5th. Kristen, you could use another one here. And she does. She has a double. A double. Yeah. She's somewhat cut into Shannon's lead. But she definitely could use another strike here in the 6th frame. Coming up. No, she throws a 3-bagger. Tightens up the match. Tightens up the match considerably. If Shannon doesn't strike here, we could almost have an even match. Looks good. Coming up a little high. Oh, wow. A split in the 6th frame. That changes things considerably. She's got the 4-6 makeable, but odds are against her. She picks up the 4 pin. She gets 1 pin out of that. 94, 103. So Shannon in the 6th frame has a 103. Kristen could take the lead here next time she's up. Many times these matches go right down to the 10th frame. She's up, she's there. Nice comeback after that split. So she strikes in the 7th. Now Kristen's up in the 7th, and she can actually, I think she's in the lead right now, but she can actually increase that lead by striking here. Looks pretty good coming off her hand. Oh, and that 10 pin got hit and it just wouldn't go down. And she converts to 10. Solid. That gives Kristen 114 in the 6th frame as compared to a 103 for Shannon. So Kristen has now jumped into the lead by 11 pins. And she strikes. Nice strike. Nice solid hit. So Kristen has a 134 in the 7th with a strike up in the 8th. Shannon's got a 103 in the 6th with a strike up in the 7th. Now she herself is up in the 8th. A strike here could almost make this a 1-pin difference. Oh, it kind of came off her hand. Oh, nice shot. It held. It held. That held. That held. We do have a tight match. Both bowlers have a strike up in the 8th. Shannon could apply the pressure here if she strikes in the 9th. Oh, good ball, good ball. Oh my God, the Greek church. That didn't look like that bad of a ball when they left their hand, unfortunately. Okay, she went for the pin count. Got 3. Oh, let's see, 38, 46, 154. So Shannon's got a 154 in the 9th, and she opened in the 9th. Kristen could actually shut her out here. Looks like a good ball. Oh, a little high, but still gets 8 pins. Kristen goes for the spare and converts the spare. 154. Well, the best Shannon can do, even if she strikes out, is a 184. Kristen is sitting actually at 164 right now. Basically, all Kristen needs is either a good count or a strike on the first ball. She's up in the 10th. She strikes. That just it gives her 174 in the 9th, 184 with that strike up in the 10th. All she needs is 1 pin to win this. Up in the 10th. Oh, she stomped her foot, didn't like it, but made no difference. That's enough to win. Kristen is our 2023 Queens champion. Because she's sitting right now at 193. She's spared to be 194. And as I said, the best Shannon can do, even if she strikes out, is 184. And she makes her spare. So she ends up with a 194. And Kristen Truskowski is our MDUSBC Queen's champion for 2023. Oh. Not that it made much difference, but again, it split the 10th. So Shannon trying to get a second title, going to be a little short. She gets 2 pins out of that. And she ends up at 162. So congratulations again to Kristen Truskowski, our MDUSBC 2023 champion.
Well, coming into it, I was nervous, obviously, the final match, knowing I had the opportunity to win. And after the first 2 opens, part of me thought I gave it up, but I said never give up because you never know what will happen. And I knew coming into today, I told myself, you're going to win this thing. So I said, those 2 frames are done, get it together and win it.
So your dad tells me that the key to winning is making spares.
Correct. Which didn't prove so well the last game, but it worked in the end.
That's right. Congratulations to Kristen Truskowski on her impressive run through the day of bowling. After qualifying 6th, she defeated 3 worthy opponents on her way to the championship match, where she defeated Shannon Rowe. Great job, Kristen. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the competition and hope that you continue to tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. on our new channel, Detroit 50. If you happen to miss an episode, you can catch it on our Bowling Showcase channel on YouTube.com. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, or email us at bowlingshowcase@gmail.com. We're interested in your feedback. Until next time, keep your eyes on the mark, and we'll see you next time on Bowling Showcase. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: